in First Thessalonians, it says,
he's just making it up as he goes along.
There you go.
Because my video cut him.
Oh yeah, in two.
In two, because I went right into the scriptures, man.
Sure did.
So how? And he hasn't made a response video.
That's right.
Anyway, let me and we have fun. We like when you guys come up with that madness, because it's so easy to debunk your BS. You notice them Alpha and Omega guys ain't been messing with us, right? They said, let's stay away from them guys, man. Them guys.
If I may read the next verse. Because
William Bell, don't you show your face around here no more.
Yeah, Con.
I'm gonna ask you about the reincarnation thing.
Oh yeah. He's finished. The next verse is bad because it says, but watch thou in all things, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're watching, especially them fable telling guys. We're watching them, man. Watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. If we ain't doing that, man. Endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. And that's exactly what we're doing. That's why make full proof of thy ministry. Examples of that is we constantly bringing out shows. Okay, we're doing, even now we're doing what, a live show? Okay, so we're constantly bringing out shows. We do live shows. We're constantly doing lessons. So we're making full proof of our ministry. I mean, we this internet thing, we're making full proof of this thing, man. All right. So that's the scripture. Make full proof of that ministry. That's it.
Yeah, one of the individuals from AOC had said, "Shalom, kings and priests," and we'll say shalom back to y'all. You know, and we're still all Israel. We gotta, we're, at the end of the day, we're all Israel, and we all watch each other's videos and stuff. Yeah. Hey, but when guys go off, you know that we're gonna jump up. And defend. That's what we're doing, defending the gospel. And all of y'all supposed to be doing it. That's why you got to study, man. That's why you got to. Before you say something, you got to study. See, this guy Ricard, Elder Ricard from the GOCC, as he calls himself, had he did some research and studied and got with some other guys, he wouldn't have taught that madness, man. And I happened to run across a video and said, "What?" I come out, "What? What? What did he say?" No, he didn't say that. He said, "What?" Hey, man, he said that the demons of Egypt that spliced certain animals together and made hybrid animals, demon animals. So I had to jump on it, man. And then when I saw that, when he said that, Second Ezra came to mind, which we're going to read that again. Job 40 came to mind. All right, Job 41 came to mind. All those scriptures came to mind because they're saying that the Most High didn't make them animals, that those are hybrid demon animals. I said, well, then you're going contrary to the Most High's word, but then you're going into all those other books, like the book of Yasha, which the scriptures does speak about the book of Yasha, but that current book of Yasha is not that book. Or the book of Enoch. That if you got a book called the book of Enoch, that's not the actual book of Enoch. Because the scriptures would be in agreement with those books.
I got a quick precept for you. 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Heavenly Father, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And that's the key word there, rightly dividing the word of truth. Because that's why the Bible says precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. So that's division, man. That means you might read something in Ezekiel, and you might have to go to Isaiah to explain it. Or you might read something in the Old Testament, and you got to go into the New Testament to interpret it, explain it.
That's it. Yeah, this is Titus 1 verse 9. Holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine. That's important. Sound doctrine. See, before, if you go to court, right, and you're a witness, they got to find out if you're of sound mind. Anytime you make a plea, whether it be guilty or not guilty, according to the law, that they gotta do a test to see if you have a sound mind, and they don't do that, man. Because I did a motion to dismiss, And I said I motioned to dismiss on the grounds that they didn't check to see if I was of sound mind, right? The judge saw it, and you can see he snickled and he denied it, right? But no, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to find, because they do it on the news. They say, okay, we captured this guy. He murdered his mother. He murdered his kids. And before we make him plea, we're gonna see if his mind. Well, that applies to everybody, man. You can be the average guy walking down the street and be a bug out in your mind, man. You know. So a sound mind is very important. All right. And there's a lot of people that have something other than a sound mind. Let me read that again. A sound doctrine. It said holding fast. Now the word fast means to hold tight. The faithful word, which is the scriptures, as he have been taught. That he if you were taught this, that means some man taught you, right? That he may be able by sound doctrine and them animal hybrids, demon animals, that's no, burning in hell is not sound doctrine. Mary not having sex with Joseph and having a virgin birth is not sound doctrine. Cornelius being an Edomite is not sound doctrine. It said both to exhort and to convince the gainsayer. So that's why we got to keep doing these shows, man, because we got to convince the gainsayer. It says 10, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. Talking about the Jews, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. One of themselves, even a prophet of their own. In other words, they said that they proclaim themselves to be a prophet. And anything that they teach, that means the Lord is dealing with them. But that's not so. All right? It says, said, the Cretans are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. It says, this witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply that they may be sound in the faith. So we're rebuking this guy Rakar from the GOCC, and we're rebuking Zabak or priest Zabak, talking about the Lord only, that we're going off. He didn't mention our name, that we're going off because we're saying we're the only ones that got truth. We are the only ones that got the truth, man. Because if you're teaching, like I said in the beginning of the show, man, if you're teaching that Cornelius is an Edomite, then you're off. You have no business teaching, man. You're completely off.
Yeah, I looked up that word sound doctrine or sound in Titus, the first chapter, the 9th verse, and it comes from the Greek word hugiaino, and it means to be sound, to be well, to be in good health, metaphorically, of Christians whose opinions are far from any mixture of error. So the scriptures say that no lie is of the truth, so there can be no mixture of error in the scriptures, so when we reprove you guys, it's an admonishment, to turn you until you could be sound. It's like herbs, herbs are harsh, they're bitter, but when you take them, they usually push out that crap that's in your system to make your body sound, to make your body whole again.
Yeah, the toxins.
Yep, that's right, the toxins. Yep.
2 Timothy 2:16, but shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. And you brothers should know what that word profane means. It means outside of the temple. Okay, so anything that's outside of the temple being this knowledge that's only really given to the elect of the nation of Israel, anything outside of it is profane. So the scriptures say to shun, meaning avoid, profane and vain babblings. Vain meaning you can't prove it. If you can't prove what you say in the scriptures, pursuant to First Thessalonians 5:21, it says, prove all things. If you can't prove it, then it's a vain babbling. Okay, it's vain babble. Okay, so the scriptures say, shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. Because they don't just stop there. Once they teach one lie, they start teaching the whole. Before you know it, the whole doctrine is filled with lies.
I just found out the apostle Ramlab said that them guys that left out of LA, out of the GMS out of LA, that they started with the flat earth thing, but now they went further than that. They teaching that the 10 tribes went to India and all that. That's madness. They should wax worse and worse. That's right. All right, this is 2 Peter 2 verse 1. It says, but there were false prophets among the people, even as there shall be false prophet among you, meaning now, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying YAHAWAH by Hashem Yahushai. See, when you say Christ, when you put the word, I don't even like saying that word, Christos, I'll say Christos in your organization, then you're uplifting the Christos. It said, even denying the Lord YAHAWAH by Hashem Yahushai, that brought them and bring upon themselves swift destruction. So eventually you're going to be destroyed. It says, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. The way of truth shall be evil spoken of, meaning we're bringing out the way of truth and they're speaking evil of it. It says, and through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. So the Most High is going to start jacking people up. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, oh, that's another thing that this guy is teaching. That another of them clowns teaching that the angels are us. We are the angels, all right? For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness. Now they'll read that and think that there's an actual hell. The hell we're in these mortal states of being, meaning death. Hell is synonymous with death. We're mortal people, man. It says into chains of darkness, because we didn't have the truth, to be reserved unto judgment. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher. And the word preacher means prophet. When you go into the etymon of the word of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should be ungodly. You know, so now you got these Edomites, you know, you got the heads of America, I'll say, that come against us, and they'll pass laws to protect homosexuals and lesbians and the LGBTQ community, which is totally against the scriptures. Now this scripture right here in 1 Peter 2:6 says, if the reason why everybody knows about Sodom and Gomorrah, they read the Bible or went to church or whatever, everybody knows the Sodom and Gomorrah, right? So what Peter is saying is that Sodom and Gomorrah took place because they were wicked as hell, man. They were in the bestiality, they were in the homosexuality, they were in the lesbianism, they was in the all kind of things that were contrary to the Most High. And they knew that before the law was written. don't you know they knew that before the law? Because the law was spoken down. It was given to it was common knowledge that a man's not supposed to lay with another man. And then later in history, the Most High put it in stone. So he's saying, well, look, the thing with Sodom and Gomorrah and the other 3 cities, Admah, Zeboim, and Admah, all right, they were destroyed because of the wicked acts that they committed. So the same thing now. So you got your scriptures, you know, you like the different presidents, they all claim that they Christians and they swearing on the Bible and they claim that they go to church, but have they ever run across this scripture? And all your Congress people claim that the majority of them claim that they're Christians, right? So it's telling you, look, if you do what they did back in Sodom and Gomorrah, you're going to be destroyed the same way. So now they're coming against us and passing laws to protect this man. That's why this motherfucker got to go down. Forgive me, Dr. James White, for cussing. So you're ungodly. This place is an ungodly place, man. Now you know what you got. You got your 2 nominees for president. One is a nut job, and the other one is ready to be committed into a damn hospital, man. No, I'm talking about. Well, they both bug outs. You got 2 bug outs, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, damn, if they don't become president, they could make a new series of the Adam Family, and this guy can play Gomez, and she can play Morticia, man. Them are 2 bug outs, man. This guy, Trump is a bug out, man. I mean, you know how many sitcoms you can make with this guy? Oh, yeah. He's a walking sitcom, man. Yeah. He's a complete bug out. Yeah. And then this one, she's ready to be committed into a hospital, man. Yeah. Because they're saying she got throat cancer. Yeah. You know, she's having seizures. They have like a pit, they have a what do you call it, hypodermic needle. In case she has one, they'll stick it. That's what they're saying, all right? So she's got problems, man. She got major psychiatric physical problems, man. She's about ready to have what do you call that? What's that term? Not a well, that could happen too. What do you call it? Emergency. What do you call it? What do you call that term? A medical situation, but there's another term for it. Because I keep telling my
nervous breakdown.
Not a nervous breakdown. Oh damn! What the hell is it called? A health crisis. Oh, okay. A health crisis. When you get a heart attack, that's a health crisis. A stroke, a health crisis. You know, any of these major conditions, man. So she's ready to experience a major health crisis, man. So you got these 2 demons here. So what does it say about this place? This place is a bug out, confused fucking place, man. Hey, give me that. Give me that. Isaiah 24 and 10. And we're telling you what's going to happen, man. That's why they're watching this all over. They're watching this all over the world, man. You know, these elite are watching us, man, and they have already found out who the men of the Lord are. They checked us all out. You know, like Lahab, they checked us out. So they checked out the IUIC, they checked out the ISCBK, they checked out the AOC, they checked out all these different groups, and they know that we all teach in Israel, but they found out who the group is. Right. They said GMS is the group. That's the group that the Most High is dealing with. All right. So let me read that again. It says, in turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample, which is example. In other words, this is an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So if you're doing the same thing that Sodom and Gomorrah and all the 5 cities are doing, you're gonna get the same reaction. You're gonna get ash. You're gonna get fire and brimstone on your ass. So that's how we know that this man's going down that way. It says, and delivered just Lot. Now, Now, just Lot gave up his 2 daughters.